things is think about the world, like how we all just function. What can the watch do when you know what I mean? What does the watch do for you? It depends on what you really want in the watch. You know what I mean? Like so in the real world, in the normal world, yeah, it's cool to have a watch. But is it necessary for us to have all the time for status, for manhood, for what are we trying to show the world? That's what everybody's saying. The opinions are all cool and respected, but like seriously, what are we trying to show the world and how we present ourselves? That's like the real
Do
question.
you
This
wear a
is
watch?
such.
Do you have
I
a
No,
just
watch?
bought
I'm
myself.
co-hosting.
I just bought myself. I was getting away from the Apple Watch, but I was trying to figure out something cool and affordable because I heard the Cartier, I heard the Rolex. You know, back in high school, used to be the Guess watch, used to be those watches.
What watch did you get,
I'm
buddy?
on the way to see Attack Hewlett.
Wait, what did he say? He said he's on the
Attack
way to
Hewlett.
get the watch he bought already?
No, Attack Hewlett, just to see if I like that type of feel or watch, like because I'm on the Apple Watch. I'm like, this Apple Watch might be flaky. So
Okay,
Attack
so what
Hewlett,
are
let me
you?
start
Oh, I'm
there.
sorry. What are you
You,
trying to tell the world with your watch?
I don't know why do we need to tell the world what the watch should
No,
do?
I'm
Just be
sorry. I'm
prepared.
going based off of what you said. You said we need to
Yeah,
figure out what we're trying to tell the world,
that's
and
what
you're
I'm
shopping for a watch and
we
all of that. So
asking the
you,
same question. What are we trying to show the world?
no, I'm asking
All
you.
right.
So
What
do
are?
you
Yeah,
get
no,
bitches or no?
So he
it's
just
too
he
late.
just
It's too
got a
late
watch.
now,
He
y'all.
don't know
It's
what.
too
Don't, am
late.
I
All
tripping or
right.
did that not make sense? Am I tripping?
No,
It didn't make sense.
you asked him exactly what he was saying, and then he said, "I don't know," and then he said, "I'm asking the same
Right.
question." No, nigga, he was asking you your
Oh, okay,
question.
cool.
All right, so we removed we removed a lot of watch list men. I ain't heard
Are
not
there,
one nigga up here
Shell,
come
are
and
you
rep for
against
like
watch list men?
against. I'm not against anyone. I don't like the wording there.
Joe, you should
What
wait to
word is
share
that?
your answer. You're gonna bias the room.
I'm not against anyone, and maybe you're right. Maybe I will not share my answer. But the men are not really holding down. Let me see the request. Oh, Ian's in here. Ian about to come say some bullshit. Ian, I will
he
remove
really
you the
is.
second you say some bullshit.
Good morning, buddy.
Hey, buddies.
Good morning, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Good
How you
morning, Ian.
doing? Who just said that? El?
El Janelle.
I
Hey, El
love you,
Janelle.
Ian.
Hi, how are you? Happy
This
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. This conversation is sick.
How so?
What's
Why?
sick
Why?
about it? Tell us
I,
more.
I just feel like everyone that's coming up to the stage and talking is insecure about how they feel about the watch situation because Joe
Go.
is on stage judging.
Wait, I haven't
Oh, you're
judged.
definitely on stage judging though.
Oh, your tone and everything
I
is
You
haven't
judgment.
you
judged
don't
at
have to do
all.
it, but we
You
know
judging.
that you're acquiring data
Yeah.
to
Yes,
judge.
we know you trying to
To
trick us.
judge.
We're
Correct.
not fucking. We
Oh
please,
my!
Joe.
Back to the
No, it's not
manipulation.
Manipulation. We
manipulation. And
know
I'm
what you're
tired.
doing.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of the manipulation shit. It's starting to get on my nerves. Skit didn't help. Skit didn't help.
Well,
Wait,
The
what didn't
skit.
help?
what's skid?
What's scared?
Whatever skit I saw this morning of you with the overalls when you spent out the curtain, shit was hilarious.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
I
That's
didn't
old.
know that
old.
was
That's
old. I
old.
didn't know that
That's
was
so
old.
old.
Didn't help. Didn't help.
Yeah.
Didn't help.
That's years old.
Yeah.
Well,
Might have been the source.
I don't wear
Just
a
saying the
watch.
manipulation tactics haven't left. You're Jewish though.
Your Jewish is crazy.
I know you hate that, but
Well, no, listen, I love a nice watch. I like seeing it on other people's wrists. I just haven't dove into the watch thing. I think
Okay. So
I
being
think
a
for the
novice,
most,
being a novice watcher, what's a nice watch
it depends what salary category you're in.
to you?
actually, Ian,
He's
I think
correct.
you might be banned from this conversation
Why?
because you also have hired staff to scream out what time it is, hour on hour.
No, that's true. But we're talking about, does a
You have a
watch
time boy?
symbolize anything?
He has someone that if he has a 4 o'clock call, starting from 2:30, that person just yells out what time it is.
Oh
That's
damn! How much you pay that person?
a lot.
More than a
Cause
watch.
I listen.
That
I
an
know what
assistant
time it
can't do
is
that? You got
every.
a time caller?
I have a watch person.
I think it's a time
He
person.
pays somebody to look at their watch and tell him
Do
what
you
it
want to
says.
fire them and hire somebody else?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't be able to survive.
Damn it.
Y'all are wording this real funny. A lot of producers have people hollering out the time. That's fucked up. How y'all doing, Ian?
They always fuck me up. You know that.
But Ian,
I'm gonna try to find some more men up here, but it looks like the watch thing just might be an old
These
school
niggas
way
don't
of
wear
thinking.
watches. They don't give a fuck about
No,
men.
not necessarily. I think
These niggas don't have
Guys,
grandfathers.
Right.
guys,
They don't
They
even
don't
have
have those men in
dads.
their life.
guys, a watch is a status piece. It's nothing more. No one cares about the time.
I agree.
I
Why would
disagree with
people
the
not
ladies.
care about? I feel like if you don't care about time, that you are just here for nothing,
It's
like
not
just
that they
doing
don't
nothing.
care about. It's not that they don't care about time, but there's other ways for them to find out the time. I genuinely think that people wear watches for a status quo, like
People only wear
to
it
show
for
their
status.
status.
I don't
I
think
don't
that's
know.
true. Some people
Me
really
neither.
fuck with a watch though. Like
I
they
Yeah,
like
think
the
it's
look
an
of it.
alpha male thing too.
and I'm kind of going back on and forth on if it's status or if it's a cultural symbol,
No,
because
it's
you don't have to
no.
have an expensive watch. You can just have a nice watch because it works well for the utility of being a watch. It's
Why you
waterproof.
say cultural then?
Because it kind of kind of like what I said before about you can kind of tell if you grew up around a lot of men, you can kind of tell if you have a lot of errands or schedules or things that you, so it's kind of like your like the way you operate throughout the world. I don't know if it's necessarily status as much as it is cultural.
I don't know if cultural is the right word
Like
for
a
that,
man.
but I get what you mean.
I
What do you
agree. I
mean by
agree.
what do you mean by
I
cultural?
kind of I'm wondering if it's cultural, like what type, like how do you operate in the world, like because the people that I know with watches, they're looking at their watches. They're not just wearing a watch like a wrist. They're consistently looking at their watches. So it's a utility to it. So
Eh,
some people were raised or learned through the people they were around to have a watch and look at a watch. So that's what I'm trying to say by cultural. Cultural might not be the right word.
L, how old are the people that you know that wear watches?
30 and up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think if you're 40 and older, you wear a watch because you grew up watching your father or some older male figure wearing a watch.
Yeah, is that
When
cultural or is that status?
no, that's traditional.
Ah, there we go. Traditional. Yeah,
I
so
think.
y'all just showing if y'all have men in y'all life or not.
So basically, these niggas are fatherless, is where we come to the conclusion of.
Yeah,
Fathers, mentors,
pretty much.
business partners, teachers.
Okay, so quick question.
Uh-oh,
Who
the
got a
request to
daddy?
lighten up.
That's who we need to talk to. We're the
Oh,
niggas
The, re-
who got
the
a daddy.
request to lighten up.
as somebody who got a
Let me
daddy.
see. Let me see if I can bring some niggas with watches up here.
And my
Aaliyah,
niggas with the two
don't
parent
tell us
households
about
is
your
in
dad
right.
and your two daddies, okay? I'm just saying. All right, fine. Y'all can go
Yeah,
on
I
and let me
think that
speak.
is a thing because one of my friends who like own a business, who I said like owns the watch, one of my other guy friends was like, "Was that nigga raised by his dad?" So I think it's a thing of how certain men who have fathers in their lives like carry themselves. Okay, so where does the generational aspect fall in line?
With the wearing or not wearing of a watch.
It's just crazy because there's a lot
Yeah,
of niggas with dads and they dads don't wear watches.
exactly. Like this
Like,
is wild. Y'all don't think this is crazy?
like there's a lot of niggas that have a dad and that dad just doesn't wear watches either.
And it's a lot of niggas that didn't grow up with their dad.
All right, we got some new niggas on the stage.
I think it's
Dog,
more
I'm not.
like you're like where you kind of end up more like professionally and stuff like that. Like if you're around that kind of like
It's a status.
What's
Good
good?
afternoon,
What's
bro.
good?
What is your real name? Because I'm not calling you super hot.
My name's Dion.
Welcome, Dion. Welcome to the
Hi,
stage. How you feeling?
Dion.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Hello. Good morning or
Hello,
afternoon.
Good
Dion. Happy
morning.
Saturday, Sunday.
So I'm
Dion,
27,
we're all right. There you
and I
go.
like to wear watches. I think growing up, my parents always said, should have a nice watch. I went to school for accounting, so I feel like being around that type of environment all the time, I felt like I need to have a watch. I own a watch case. I do have an Apple Watch, but I rotate them like every day. So I don't know if men should wear watches, but I like to wear watches. I like looking at other people's watches. I like getting compliments about my watches. I can look at an Apple Watch or a phone, but I think it's just like it's an outfit. Like it's part of what you wear, like on a daily for me. So I like watches. I wear watches. Regular Apple Watches don't really matter to me, but I own a watch case. I wear watches.
So Dion, what's a nice watch to you?
For me, my nicest watch is a Ferragamo watch. I'm not rich or anything. I don't own no Rolex or nothing like that, but that's a nice watch that I own.
Boom, and he's 27.
Big facts.
And you knew your grandfather?
Both of my grandparents passed away before I was born, so no.
You knew your dad?
Yep, I was with my dad yesterday. I'm with him all the time.
There we go. Shout out to dad, and rest in peace to your grandparents. Furious, what's up, man?
What's good, Joe? How you living?
Stand on the door. Where do you stand on the matter, buddy?
Hey, big watches only, man. Gotta keep a timepiece on you, especially in them rooms.
What rooms?
You know, the rooms with young gentlemen. They're gonna have a nice timepiece, so you want to be able to, keep up. Apple Watches are cool if you're in the gym, but I'm gonna say get you a nice timepiece. It don't gotta be a Rollie. It don't gotta be an AP. Ideally, you're gonna see those, and you might feel a little way, but like Ian said, it is a statement piece. But yeah, it is a part of your outfit.
Okay, so you are on the side of men should wear watches.
Yeah, and I think if you got a nice watch, you are going to get compliments, and it is a good talking point if you're in business. If you got a nice Rolex, another man with a Rolex is going to appreciate and respect your time. It just is what it is.
That's not always true.
I mean, I think you're going to get I think you're going to get a little bit more respect with an AP or Rolex on, especially if you know about watches. If you just wearing it because your friends got them, I mean, whatever. But if you actually like and know about watches and study watches and understand why maybe it is a statement piece, then yeah, you're going to be able to keep up in them rooms.
Now niggas got to study watches?
You don't have to if you don't want to, but I think it helps.
Okay.
If you do business. If you don't do business and you're just wearing it for fun, that's cool too.
So what kind of watch should a man wear who cannot afford a Rolex or an AP?
I think a Timex is a nice watch. It's more simple, leather band, nothing too crazy.
There you go. Get you a Timex.
Okay.
I
I think
used to
one
start
of
off
the
with
guys said,
Casio, and go to Timex, Tag Heuer. Shit, Casio was a little something. So you can start anywhere. Different colors, different bands, different types of watch faces. Like there's differences to all of them. So
Black King.
Yo,
Let's hear your opinion on guys with watches.
I mean, I own a watch, you know what I'm saying? I always have. My mom's prior military, so you know what I'm saying? That's like something that's taught. But I definitely do agree with Ian saying that it's a status symbol. Like he just explained, you go in certain rooms with young gentlemen and business owners and things of that nature that causes conversation and stuff like that. That means it's about status. You know what I'm saying? It's not really about if a man should have this, that, and the third. Because I know plenty of men with mad money that doesn't have a watch, that doesn't wear a watch, this, that, and the third. But when it comes to, having conversations with business owners and other people with money and things of that nature, it causes a conversation for sure. I know people with Casios, Citizens. Remember the G-Shock days? That was really kind of status as well because of the culture behind it and the what's the word for it? Like the clout behind it. Everybody had a G-Shock at one point. You know what I'm saying? It was in the rapper world and everything like that. So I definitely think it's about status more than if a man should have a watch. You're not going to be looking down on a man if he doesn't have a watch. in my life. That's just what I see.
G-Shock's not valid no more. I remember G-Shock had niggas in the chokehold.
No,
I don't think G-Shock
it's
valid
giving
no more. I don't know.
bro.
I haven't seen a nigga with a G-Shock since like what
I
2014.
wanted to piggyback a little bit
G-Shocks
off
for
of what he said.
kids.
It's kind of different. It's not about the watches, but we have a thing out here in Texas where it's the boot. So if you have like some Tecovas or Luces, like those are different type of status of money and class in Texas. If FYI.
Wait, what she said was a different
I
sign of
was about to
status?
say the same thing. What?
Like the boots, like cowboy
Yeah,
boots.
cowboy boots.
Like if
Oh
you
my
see, like
god.
50 came out here, like these are $16,000 boots. These are expensive shoes, and these are different. Like we have, like the people in our rooms are white people at the top. So coming in there, knowing if you're coming, and this is for people who's coming from different states, want to do business out here. Having an expensive boot is a statement piece, especially rodeo season. It's different.
I definitely think it depends on where you at as well, because like different things. Like I don't think up north y'all really care about having a car. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're in that upper class, you know what I'm saying? You have to have a car.
Nah,
You
we
feel
care
me?
about
But
cars. That's them dirty New Yorkers.
okay, for sure. But like down south, like if you don't have a car, you look like a lame. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you can't get where you going, like by yourself.
$16,000 boots are crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Cowboy boots? That's some country shit.
Never.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When it's gonna
And the
get
belt,
torqued
I
up?
mean,
and the belt buckle.
That's some
and then it's
Texas
cattle
shit for
talk.
sure.
Then it's cattle talk, and then it's acre talk, and then it's ranch
I
talk.
feel like
Like
that's
it's
Yeah, in the
different.
more
south, we care about acres
more
more than a
important
watch.
than fucking boots.
Cowboys wear watches?
And they're gonna have the watch too.
I ain't riding no bull with no watch on.
Feet.
All right, so
Wait,
now niggas
what?
gotta get acres, you saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like
I-
if you in some places in the south, if you a grown man and you don't really have acres like that, you get when you come into that conversation when it comes to status, like when it comes to having an AP. Okay, you got an AP. Do you got like 10 acres? You got like 5 acres at least. You know what I'm saying? That's a conversation that gets to be had for sure.
So land shaming.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. You don't own the land your house is on? That's like
Hell
yeah,
yeah, it's like
for
that in
sure.
Mississippi too.
Your yard small as hell. Like yeah, that's definitely a conversation.
All right, I think that takes it up a notch from this watch conversation. I'm not ready to bring it there to land shaming yet.
You don't think acres is important, Joe?
It's based off of the demographic where he's from, like what the fuck he's gonna do with all
Oh,
that
that's fair.
land.
And then
You know, no, that's definitely a fact. Because when I went to New York, I was at a party at some penthouse or some shit, and dude told me he was like, "I don't understand how you niggas in the South want a house or want land. Like, I can stay in this apartment in the major city, right next to everything, this, that, and the third, and pay $4 bands a month, and you know what I'm saying, don't have to worry about taking care of nothing. Like, everything's taken care of for me." But that's a whole different mindset. We look at
Yeah,
niggas
it's
in
a
New York
different
like they
lifestyle.
crazy. Like you live in an
four
apartment,
bands
like
for an apartment?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like our promoters,
or more.
my former promoter team, they branched off from their businesses to now they own a ranch, and now they're getting in the meat business. So it's different.
Interesting.
All right, well, I think we cracked the case.
Yeah,
Men don't need to wear watches.
Joe, who did you see recently that didn't have a watch
yeah.
on?
Like where this come from?
On God, he sneaked this to somebody.
Just get to it.
Ooh, when I tell you it's gonna be fun. I
I
can't tell you. I kept seeing this guy.
feel like
I
no.
kept seeing this guy. He just kept popping up.
And you feel like it's a guy that should have a watch?
No, I feel like it's a nigga that I would expect to not have a watch. but I kept seeing him.
Not the
I kept
opposite.
seeing
Nigga
him.
say, you don't deserve that watch, nigga.
I kept no. He didn't have a watch.
Oh,
He
he
didn't
did.
have a
Okay.
watch. He was a watchless man. So I said, you know what? I ain't gonna judge him because I mean, you could just maybe not wear your watch this day. But then he was in a different scenery with no watch. Then I saw him in like 5 other sceneries with no watch. So I said to myself, ha ha, nigga, you are a watchless man. But then I said, wait, I think that might be prehistoric thinking. Let me gauge and do a survey to see how people feel. I don't want to be like a caveman on the matter. So I started the room. That's it.
And speaking of rooms, we mentioned that, depending on the kind of room you're in, you should probably have a watch. Do you feel like the rooms that you're usually in, that those men should be wearing watches?
I don't really encounter too many watchless men besides Ian. And I don't count Ian.
I think because, if Ian wanted a watch, he could get a watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just his personality. He has a hard time buying expensive Crocs. So
Do you
That's
look
so
at
fucked
somebody?
up.
Do you look down on somebody? Well, not down. Do you look at
no, I
somebody
don't look
kind of
down
like
on anyone. Oh.
right? I'm saying, do you look at somebody like
Cap.
like say a watches
And
man,
that's
but
a
know he
lie.
can go buy a watch? Do you look at him like, why the fuck don't you have a watch?
No comment.
He
I
just
think
told us.
Yes.
Never mind.
I just had to
He
clarify.
just
I'm
I
answered
sorry.
feel
that
like that was a
question.
trick. So no comment.
I think somebody asked a good question about the woman equivalent, and I think I'm gonna go with real earrings.
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
yeah.
thought it would be the
I don't think
purse.
men care.
Mm.
Wait.
I think the watch for
They don't.
men is a bag for women.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, now we got real quiet in here
Wait,
now, huh?
what? Wait
I'll
a
say
minute.
Got
yeah.
real
Uh-oh.
quiet in here now, huh?
I don't
Hold on.
Nah,
know.
I agree with that.
I don't know.
It's the
I'm just
purse.
Listen, we
girl.
can end the room. I ain't trying to
Bag
hurt
talk.
anybody's
I think we
feelings.
kind of
We
probably
can
look
be
at it the
honest.
same because
I
Bag
I feel
have
talk.
like it's the same thing.
I have one authentic Fendi purse, and my ex-boyfriend bought it for me. So I can be honest, and I think I have some Prada glasses, but we can be honest. It is the purse. That's the
Yeah,
equivalent
it
for
is.
a watch.
And we look
Let's
at it
be
the same
honest.
way too. Like if a bitch come in the spot with like a Chanel or like a high end bag, it's like, oh, okay. Like where you got that shit from? But
And I think out here in
that's fair.
Houston, I don't know what other place. I think they said, where is Cash Doll from?
Detroit.
Detroit. I think that they said that they do designer heavily, like normal people. But out here in Houston, everybody got the shit. Like, and it's authentic. It's not too many people out here with fake
Hey,
shit.
I got a question. My best friend listening right here in the room. He said it's because women don't buy their purses. So do it really matter? Because y'all don't buy y'all purses.
Is that just within our
That's
culture?
a good point.
That is a good point.
I
I
don't
don't
think it
know.
matters.
I ain't gonna fight with that. A lot of women do not buy most of their most expensive bag that they have.
That point is like irrelevant to me. If the chick ain't got a
Exactly.
nice bag, that means
Exactly.
that your pussy didn't net a nigga buying the nice
Yeah.
bag
Oh,
in
It
your
don't
I
matter.
was
past.
just gonna say that's still a status kind of thing too, though, because
Hello?
you're not
That's why we
Damn,
saying
but
no.
is
No,
That's
Ian
why we
wearing
No,
saying
Forever
it's
21
equivalent to the
pocketbook?
watch. It do the same thing. It's equivalent to the watch because you can have the pussy, but the nigga just might not have money for a Chanel.
you shouldn't be fucking them.
are he
But if
he's
your
gonna
pussy
make
good
sure
enough to
that
get
he get it.
Chanel, you need to go fuck with a nigga that can get you the Chanel then.
exactly.
But Chanel is like, come on now. That's a different level. Let's go
But
down
that's
to
like the
like
Cartier,
Fendi.
that's
We
like the
can do
Rolex or like
time.
the, of the watches. Like if you go into like Chanel and the
Go ahead
select
and
them kind of bags, but like shit that we can get, that's maybe, I would say in the middle.
But let's be honest. Some women can't even get a Coach bag out of a nigga.
Damn.
go
Wait
ahead
a
and
minute,
take this
y'all.
Kate Spade.
Woo.
Love Kate Spade. What the hell?
The
Coach
Dooney and
does
Burke.
have some nice bags
Going to
now.
get
I ain't
that
gonna
So
Dooney
does
lie,
and
you
Burke.
Kate
better
No,
not go
Spade.
get
it's
one of them
What
drop
the
bags.
fuck?
no, nothing is wrong with Coach.
Ain't
I'm
nothing
just
wrong with
saying,
Coach.
to just be honest, it's men out here, and I was with my ex for 6 years. I've been single for 3 years. So that's who bought me the purse. But he didn't, he worked his way up to achieving it for me. I'm not just going to say like, oh, a nigga tricked and bought me a bag. It wasn't that. He appreciated me and he gave me that. But it's men out here now that I've been single for 3 years. I see what women have been tolerating, and I don't understand it. But you're not getting barely coaches out of niggas.
I think it's interesting y'all lean towards the bag. I still lean towards the earrings. I think there's a lot of costume jewelry going on, and the women who have like real earrings, I think that's more aligned with
But women who have real earrings still buy costume jewelry. Like I think that's just a girl thing.
yeah, but they only wear it,
Louis Vuitton
they wear it like
earrings
how
is
often men
still,
wear an
it's
Apple
not
Watch.
authentic.
I think it's
People will buy Louis Vuitton earrings in Chanel. They still sell costume jewelry as well.
yeah, I think it's more like comparable to when a watch guy puts on an Apple Watch. Like that's when the women wear costume jewelry. But as a standard, it's real earrings.
So you'll compare Apple Watch to some Louis Vuitton earrings?
Regardless of the brand, I'm talking about the quality of the gold or whatever, platinum, whatever, diamonds or not.
You consider Louis Vuitton earrings to be real earrings?
I do not. That's why I didn't want to be offensive.
Oh.
Joe, I have a question for you.
Give it to me.
Okay, let's start with, since you're somebody who owns a very expensive timepiece or multiple timepieces,
Snitching.
or somebody who also owns expensive jewelry, do you ever look at it and go, shit, I don't even want to wear this shit right now. It's too heavy. It's too much. It's too much of a burden. But because you spend so much money on it, you kind of have to.
No, not at all. When I don't want to wear it, I don't wear it.
But that's you. What about other people?
Well, I can't speak for other people now.
I think people get shit they
So
don't even
I think
want.
people wear it because they like, I spent this money. I don't want it to go to waste.
Exactly.
Nah, I don't think that's the case.
I think a lot of people get stuff they don't really want just because.
There you go. They just want to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the same thing with like buffs
Or have
for
it
like
just
people
to
in
say that they
Detroit
have
and
it.
Wisconsin,
Niggas
Milwaukee?
love some fucking bugs. Never mind. Yeah, I do think they be buying them expensive ass glasses just to look cool.
Is someone talking and I can't hear?
Yes.
That was Aaliyah.
People buy everything expensive just because.
I don't know if this is a hand raising room, but I'll say that maybe like 10 years ago, it was really important to have a designer, but I feel like we're changing a little bit now and trying to like support independent creators and just having like a little bit different swag. So maybe it's just me, but I have noticed that difference because I don't want Gucci right now, but I'd rather support like my friend's bag.
Okay, that's a good point.
I don't care where the bag comes from. Is it cute and does it match my outfit?
Right. I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Like
Nah.
You was not
it
rocking
literally
the
does
Walmart
not
bag.
matter.
Nah.
If I see a cute bag, if it's Target, if it's Walmart, if I'm in what's that shit? Anywhere. Like it don't matter. I'm gonna get the bag if it's cute.
No, I'm out in Cali. I be seeing these girls with YSL bags, Louis bags, all types of crazy stuff. So it's just different
LA
cultural.
and Cali, LA and New York can't even compare to the rest of the country or world. You guys are making everyone sound so shallow.
I mean, it is what it is. I do see people wearing designer too, like Rude, Essentials, yeah, everything. Balenciaga going crazy right now. I mean, it just
I'm in
depends.
Houston, and people keep up with the fashion trends. I think that I think some people just honestly don't give a fuck. I personally,
Facts.
I know that I know when you know real rich people, you'll know that they don't give a fuck. You know, they may have some cheap pieces too. Like, they don't care. They may keep up with the trends because they can afford
Nah,
it. However, I think that it just depends on the type of person that you are. I am not a person that I'm going to go broke to keep up with the trends. I know that
Hello.
I continue to go on. I'm not going to be a bitch that be like, oh, I hate designer too. No, I want designer too, but a bitch not about to go broke to get it. Let me get into a position, or luckily I, you know, I date up, you know, to a good man who wants to appreciate me and give me gifts because I love him and treat him well. But, you know, outside of that, I think it just depends on where you are socially. And like,
yeah,
to mention LA and New York, I think that that's maybe feel like a requirement, and
no,
I would hate
no, no,
that,
no.
you know.
I'm not speaking on people that are broke spending their last on designer clothes. That's kind of nuts. I'm speaking to like people that actually got it and want to wear this
But
stuff. You know, hold on,
people
hold on, hold on.
think that they
I'll let
got
you cook. I'll
into
let you
it.
do your thing. Let me just land the plane real
I'm
quick. You know,
sorry.
so I look at it like that because I do wear designer clothes and I don't see nothing wrong with it. And I'm not going broke to buy it. So it's just a different, you know, it's a vibe. Like I guess in LA.
I pressed the button by mistake, sir. My bad.
No pressure, Joe. No pressure. I just look at it like that because, you know, people do want to keep up, especially if it's a part of your job. It's a lot of people working PR. It's a lot of stylists out here. It's a lot of people moving and shaking. So they're going to want to keep up. I don't want to say go broke, but, you know, if that's your vibe, if you like wearing designer shit, wear it. You know, fuck it.
But honestly, who the fuck looks like they come off a runway every
But
day?
that's the thing, like
Like, let's be honest. You don't look like a normal
no,
person.
where
Like,
you
I
live,
think that
that
people,
happens, and like when you live in certain areas, that is normal. Every day you go walk down Fifth Ave, you see a lot of people with designer. Like you walk down certain areas and places. Like when you're talking about New York, you know, LA, like these are major big cities where a lot of fashion and
Mi-
entertainment intersect.
Miami.
Okay, whatever. A lot of this stuff, like a lot of these bigger cities control a lot of kind of what's going on. So it's like you'll see a lot of more of that there than you'll see in Montana, like in almost anywhere else, because that's where it's kind of stemming and coming from and being birthed from, so to speak. So it's like you're always going to see it more. I feel like New York and certain places are always going to be the exceptions to some of these rules because it's not the average city that's even big. I still think like Richmond is a big city, but it's not doing, you know, it's not making a footprint like New York would be making. Like cities are big, but they still don't have the impact, whether they're big or not. So I just think like designer, no designer, as long as you could afford it, then hey, it's what's it to anybody else? Obviously going broke for it is all right now. Rent due, you're going a little crazy now. But me personally, I prefer to not get as much designer because I just so happen to just have like a sneaker obsession. So I'm always buying sneakers. Like I would rather buy 3-4 pairs of sneakers than get this one Balenciaga or this one designer piece. Like, yeah, it's cute. Yeah, it might last me a little bit, but I just so happen to like sneakers more. So you're always gonna see me purchasing that before anything else, whether I could afford it or not. There's been plenty of times I've passed on designer shit just to fucking get sneakers because I could get more. But it's everybody preference. But yeah, don't go broke trying to keep up though.
Yeah, that's very silly. And for me, I have turned down bags and shit like that because I just don't like attracting all that attention. Like I just don't. I'm super super low in my regular life. So be walking around with a big ass bag. No, I don't like the attention that comes with it. For me,
I think that out here it's like if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, right? So if you're going to step into that conversation, you better keep up. In the cost of living and the other requirements that, like how old guy said, you need a car, and you're gonna need, and your house needs to match your car. And you, if you're dressing like that, you need to match every aspect of it. So I think we hold our community to a certain standard as
No,
well.
I think
So I think it's a
no,
demographic
I think
thing.
that's just perception. Like you You can wear designer clothes and still take public transportation if that's your lifestyle. If you're into fashion, art, like
Where
You
are
would
you
look
from?
you
crazy.
would look crazy, but that could just be you. Like, like you don't
Where
gotta
are you
You don't
from?
you don't
gotta get
gotta
a luxury car.
That
like
You
I
can
don't
get
status
a
wanna
drop.
regular
Where
ass
where
no
are you
used car
because
from?
to get
because
around instead of
because
wearing
there's still
decked out
elements
designer.
there's still dynamics of fashion that lead into culture and streetwear culture. So you could wear Balenciaga because I see it. I see these kids.
But
These
if you
kids.
wear a
Where are you
Rolex and you're
from?
taking
I'm
the
not saying
bus, you look
I'm not saying a
crazy.
Rolex. A
Not
Rolex
in
is different.
Houston,
I'm
Texas.
speaking.
Not in Houston,
I'm
Texas.
speaking to the
Not in Houston,
Houston is
Texas.
different. I'm just speaking to like a New York. I see a lot of kids
No.
wearing Lanvin sneakers on the fucking subway. That's not
Kids
absurd. It's
don't
just
count though.
but it's
But that's
still
why they
designer
get to
fashion.
do it.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm
they
speaking to the.
kids. They're not
They're
expected to
18 or
have
19.
nothing.
They afford it. Whatever they bought it. It's on their body. That's all I'm saying. So y'all kind of putting the perception of just
You're
because you
talking
have
about people that's
X.
still at home, talking about they
Okay,
Yeah,
look at it
I
like
don't
this.
think an 18 or
At,
19 year old is
at least to
expected to have
me,
a house or
at
anything
least to
like
me,
that.
when I see
Yeah.
somebody with whatever they got on, I don't automatically think everything else is perfect in their life. That's not how I'm looking at it. I'm just looking at the piece itself, and that's really it. Because yeah, some people got shit, and then they really not doing good on the back end. That's maybe just their lifestyle. I don't want to perceive them to be like rich, wealthy, because it's not the case for everybody. So I don't look at it like that. So yeah, some people just into
But
certain shit.
but I feel like if you wearing designer fits, you got designer shoes on, a nice ass watch, you know what I'm saying? Anything of that nature, nice ass chain, and then somebody finds out that you stay in a broke down apartment or you drive a hoopty or you take the bus, that status that a lot of people are looking for when they get these items, you know what I'm saying? The attention and everything like that, that drops for a lot of
Especially
people.
if
Like
you
if I see
grown.
you with a nice ass watch and you're taking the bus, you know what I'm saying? And other
that
people are pulling up in nice ass cars with the same stuff you got on, you look crazy.
Yeah,
fact.
yeah.
And if any of y'all know, like Joe, I know you shouted out Sauce on the Yachty interview, but I don't know if you ever got a chance to speak with him or seen any of his other interviews, but he talks about our culture in regards to having all these things aligned. If you don't have these things aligned, it's not respected because you're trying to jump the gun. In designer and these type of things are luxury. And if you don't have yourself and your personal values in check, then it's not respected. I don't give a fuck. That's why I say it's a lot of people out here, granted, who's designer down, living with
I
a
just
bitch,
I
living on
want
an
to I
air
want to say
mattress.
something real quick.
They, and it's nothing against, and it's a lot of fly people who are, broke, and nothing against that. I feel like if you want to be a cart pusher, you want to be the best cart pusher in the world, do it. Granted, love it. A lot of famous models and stuff come from being broke and poor. I get it. I'm just saying, I think it's a demographic thing, and just out here it's kind of, it's a class and status thing. For sure. I think people also too are more worried about like how they're perceived versus what they actually want for themselves. Because yeah, we say, oh, if he want to buy designer, that just may be what he like. But I mean, is that really what he like? Because you buy that to step outside in. You're not walking around your house with the designer on.
There you go.
You buy the designer to step outside and for everybody else to see and can see you. That make you feel good about how people are perceiving you. Versus, I love when I could leave outside and can come in, and inside is my luxury. Inside is my fun. Inside
Hello.
is where the luxury resides. If I have enough to provide that when I step out I could be in something luxurious also, then so be it. But I need my games up in here. I need all the sneakers I like up in here. So when I run to little Walmart, I got my little fly kicks on. I need all the shit that make me good up in here first.
And
And I
not for
think,
nothing, like you could be fly without all that shit if you really
yeah,
Yep.
fly.
Yep.
If
that's
you
just
really
what I like.
fly,
You could be flying the Carhartt fit.
Right, like
yeah,
Fuck.
you
it's just
really fly.
that's
You
just
don't even need all that
what
shit
I
for
happen
real.
to like. But like when you step in, you get in a watch to do all this, and then people say, "Oh, they might like it. It's a hobby. It's this. It's that." It don't turn. It's not a hobby or what you like in it. Once you stepping into the rooms, it's now becoming a competition. It's now a symbol. It's I get more respect because I'm the one with the Rolex, and that nigga got the Casio. So they gonna come to me before they hear this. They gonna come to me and hear my proposal before they hear that nigga proposal just because of my watch. And I don't know shit. I don't got a degree. That nigga got all the credentials in the world. He got all the experience in the world. But he at the bottom of the barrel because he in the same room as me. But he got on a fucking Casio and I got on a Rolex.
I just want to say I feel like all high-end fashion and jewelry is designed for poor people.
Man, Ian, I was just thinking that.
Literally.
I was just
Definitely.
thinking that.
The owner of Zeus is a billionaire. He had on Fashion
Uh,
Nova for his
no,
birthday.
I wouldn't say that's the case.
And where do Rich Paul
Look at that
fall on
nigga
the list?
Adam
Y'all like Rich
Sandler.
Paul?
I lean more towards technology, like Teach was saying. Like I care about my
Rich
TV. I
people don't
care
talk about
about like like I'm going kitchen gadget crazy. Like I really want the Ninja Creamy. Y'all seen that? That makes the ice cream and all of the stuff.
I
So,
have
yes,
that.
it make
It's
oh my
amazing.
God, I have to
Oh
get
my
that.
God.
Guys, I don't have a watch, but I have a Ninja Creamy, and it is amazing.
Ian, you got it already? It just came out.
No, I have had it for a minute, and I've made a ton of different ice creams or gelatos, and it's
Ooh,
the
I
best thing
have to
ever.
get the Ninja Creamy. Oh my God. So I have like way too many kitchen appliances, way too many iMacs, way too many like my TV, my sound bars, things like that. So I lean more towards that, like technology gadgets, more so than like Balenciaga or something like that. But I do respect that other people do.
But I think that's
I
men and
think
women
that's
thing
probably
too.
my
I
problem.
think that's the difference between men and
I'm
women.
a KitchenAid.
Like we would get like we will still get all the designer shit we want, but we not gonna forget that we want that kitchen appliance either. I think niggas don't worry about certain things like in the home, so they just focus on more shit like I like the
Oh,
watches
I know a lot of
and
kitchen gadget niggas. I've learned about a lot
Yeah,
of gadgets at
I
I'm
think
not saying they
in
don't get
niggas'
any, but
kitchens.
I'm just saying
you
I
Yeah.
could
just
do
feel
both.
like
Yeah, niggas is kitchen
I
gadget niggas. Fuck
Yeah,
love
out of
you
here.
could
Niggas
do
is
kitchen
both.
definitely
gadgets.
kitchen
Oh my
gadget
god.
niggas.
That's my favorite shit to do on Amazon. Look up some shit that I don't need up in here.
Not to just be mathy, but a whole outfit from head to toe. Designer is also a down payment on a property, but just throwing that out.
Yeah, some
What?
land. Like like no cap.
That
Like
is
that's what I was getting at earlier.
Texas.
Yo,
Wait, you can get
it's
property
just
for
different strokes for
$5,000?
different folks. Cause I ain't never seen somebody. I mean, maybe people are.
Yeah, it's different because that's not
Yeah,
happening up north and in the like around New York and shit. Like
but
you're not
not.
buying no. You have to get a lot of Balenciaga to put a down payment on anything in New York.
Yeah, facts.
But I think that's what Ian was talking about, saying that LA and
Yeah,
New York are like
there was
different.
gonna be
You know
like
what
the
I'm saying?
exception to the
Nah,
rule.
loans
when you look,
for first time homeowners only 3.5% down of a whole home. Most average homes are going between $300 to $400,000. So yeah,
sell them houses, yes,
but
sir.
can get you there.
But nah, that fashion shit comes from like Paris, Italy. So when you go over there, like if you go to Spain, people are wearing like Gucci head to toe, Louis head to toe. So it's very different in different areas. That's all I'm saying. It's not like it's all just where you at, what you doing, how you like it, that type of vibe.
Yeah, but when I think about high quality fashion, I definitely don't think like logos, like how you were talking about the Balenciaga, like how they just have like the Balenciaga on the front. I kind of think about like the quality of the fabric, the cut of the design, things like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a fashion girly.
Most of those clothes are made in Italy, Japan. Like, yeah, if your clothes are good, they're coming straight from Italy. Jeans from Japan. Sometimes you could get some light things, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not that deep
Why they
into
be
it,
sitting on
but I'm
Shein? They come from what you call
what
it? Don't it?
Shein has a cancer clause on it when you
Sheen is
send it.
wild.
Like I wouldn't wear anything from Shein.
Oh, but I had asked about the Rich Paul watch because I had got a dude. I don't know much about watches, but I did gift someone a Rich Paul watch. So I'm thinking if that should be like, if I do get a dude a watch, if that might be the watch I kind of go for. But is Rich Paul watch a good watch or considered a good watch in the watch world for my watch fellas?
Hey guys,
Rich Paul
If it
got
came
what?
from the heart, it's a
Yeah,
good watch.
he has Wait, you said if it came from the what? Oh, from the
F-
heart, it's a good watch.
I think he's saying no.
Oh my
nah, I
God.
mean,
that did register as a no to me as well. I put a
It's what
little.
he asked for, but I don't know about watches, so I just got what he asked for.
I put a chart at the top with some watch guy.
That's why I asked, because I didn't see it listed, on there, and I didn't know how old that chart was, because I don't think he's been doing it for like super crazy long or nothing. He's probably like maybe 5 years. But yeah, he's got some. But some of them got like that glitter shit on, and I know a lot of times people be saying like once you put all that shiny and all that other shit on it, the watch ain't really no good no more after that. But yeah.
All right, Joe, I think this is the perfect time for you to share your thoughts on if men should wear a watch. Not even listening to us.
He said they he over there
Well,
eating. I gathered yes, but he was trying to say he don't judge. But what I got is he be
I know I'm
judging.
gonna eat. Are y'all
he be
food
judging.
snobs? Are we food snobs?
Yeah, he definitely be judging.
We gonna find out the real reason why he asked this question and who it's about.
It's gonna be on the pod.
Just wait.
Trust.
Just wait on it.
Y'all think we gonna get that Brandon Jennings conversation? Cause that nigga was there, then he wasn't, and I thought I was tripping. I'm like, did I miss him talking? I thought I fast forwarded by accident. I was like, wait, why is fucking thing in the seat?
Right? Because
Wait, so I have a question for Ian.
As long as it's not a Brandon Jennings question.
It's not. I don't even know who that is. So if you're not a watch snob, what type of snob are you? What is the thing that's like how I talked about technology, kitchen gadgets and stuff like that? What's your thing that's like, oh, I'm snobbing out on this?
I personally snob it out with loving to be able to just do whatever the hell I want with my free time and food. Absolutely a food snob. I will do my best to go to
So
the
you
best
would buy
restaurants.
or spend a ridiculous amount of food just to like try something. Like you would buy the 24K gold covered steak just to try it.
Absolutely not. That is so corny.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds
Well,
No, but I like to eat well. There's a difference between good looking food and good food. And I like to not have to think about what I want to do, if I want to go away, things like that. That's where I'm a snob. Like just being able to pick up and go. That freedom is everything to me.
I'm slowly becoming a food snob. I'm getting into the like meal prep and like I guess because I've been naturally skinny my whole life, but I'm starting to get a little chubby. So now I've been kind of focused on it. And my new snobby breakfast is a smoked salmon English muffin with cream cheese, spinach, pepper jack cheese, and an egg over easy. Oh my gosh. Oh, and a cup.
I do mine with the over hard egg, but I love it.
Oh no, I need that little yolk juice.
Ugh, I can't do it.
I
Add
just
some
started
lox.
eating avocado toast. So
You said add some what?
I just started.
Add lox to that breakfast.
Oh, I get that. I have
That's
a
not
little.
cooked, is it?
No, it's smoked salmon. It's delicious.
Oh no,
No, I get that on my bagel at my little
I
bagel
can't do
spot, my
nothing raw.
everything bagel with the lox and stuff. That'd be good too.
Mm-hmm.
But I got smoked salmon on there. I don't think I ever had smoked salmon and lox on the same thing. Like it's basically the same thing, right? Just like cooked a little or made a little different, cut a little different.
Oh, you said you do have smoked salmon on it?
Yeah, my English muffin has smoked salmon on it.
I might be the only person who
That's
don't
good.
like
It's the same.
salmon.
I like salmon,
What?
but it gotta be cooked.
I don't like it at
Smoked
all.
salmon is
Not that
so
ratchet.
good.
I've had it so many ways and I don't like it.
And I don't know how people eat
Mm-hmm.
sushi with like the fish looking at them and shit. I can't do that
Oh
either.
my God,
Mm-mm.
sushi is delicious.
I've
Sushi
never
is
had
so
sushi
fire.
I don't want
either.
no fish looking at me, baby.
I don't mean to interrupt, but to the young lady that said something about a Rich Paul watch, Rich Paul is Adele's fiance. The watch you're referring to is called Paul Rich, and I would not
Oh yes,
recommend that.
Paul Rich.
I
I
would
have
not
that.
don't buy that for him if you
You said
haven't.
it's what?
Don't buy that. I was about to say.
Okay. This was when I was with him back at the time. That's what he asked for.
Oh,
What's wrong with them watches, or like why aren't they like good quality?
well, the movements on them, and they also mimic like APs and Richard Milles, so they look like imitations of the originals. So
Wait, do we have a
Oh.
watch thing? Is this B Dot talking right now?
yeah.
Good morning, B Dot. Happy
Good
Sunday.
morning. Good
So it seems
morning.
like we have a
Okay,
Happy
watch
Sunday.
reader
okay.
on stage. First of all, I didn't know it was pronounced Rashard Mill. That's not how
Rashad
Jay.
Mead.
That's not how Jay Z pronounced it. But
Yeah, I'm
okay.
saying he cool. I'll let him
Mhm.
know he should probably get some others because he got a few of them. Like he doing something.
Yeah, that's not a good watch. If
He got
anything,
like about 4 or 5 of them hoes, I think.
yikes.
Yeah, you get them off Alibaba.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Damn.
If you're gonna like get an inexpensive watch, I would recommend just get an Apple Watch. Like just
No, like
Exactly.
what are some good watches that a girl could get her man that's like impressive? Not like
Citizen, I
a
guess.
Citizen is good. Apple Watches. Here's the thing: like a Rolex Day, a presidential, that costs like $40,000 in New York, 43 after tax. That's a lot of money, man. You know, everyone wants one, but let's be honest, everyone's not going to be able to afford it. So
what's a good like is $500 or like $1,000 like a good budget for like a good
you
watch or
you
like
could get a Rolex on the low end for like, depending on where you are, if a legitimate one for about maybe $8,000 on the
Hell
low.
no.
woo!
Drop
I ain't
that
giving
ticket.
no
I
nigga
know
no
you
down
heard that.
payment
I know
now.
you heard that
And go
Show
buy
$500
that
some
man your
land,
$1,000
man.
love.
Absolutely
I'm gonna throw that
not.
love with this deposit we finna put into or something, nigga. I'm gonna have to get something off this
Hey,
8,000.
Show
Fee,
that man he's the only one for you.
if with that price range, go get a Citizen or
For like
you know what I'm
1,000 or less, a
saying.
Citizen.
Yeah,
Omega maybe,
Citizen. You know what I'm saying.
and Omega watches
And
not bad.
that's 1,000 including the tax, y'all.
Yeah,
All
Apple
right, so
Watch.
B Dot, do you
This
feel like
needs
men
some
should
pop.
wear a watch?
Yes,
And
yes.
why?
I feel like it just enhances your appearance. Like sometimes you feel naked without it. If you have a nice outfit on, sometimes you just wish you
Yes.
had a nice masculine watch on. Nothing too. I don't like bust downs. I think that's tacky. But I think if you have a nice solid gold Rolex or a stainless steel Rolex, it says something about you.
You just said the cheapest Rolex is like 8K. Niggas is not walking around with Rolexes.
They are some are
Yeah,
fugazi.
They are.
I mean they are, but y'all and I don't know. I guess we're getting well. I'm 33, but like I'm thinking like when if like a 20-year-old is listening to us and they're listening to us about watches, they're like, bro, I can't get no $8,000 fucking watch. Like they probably got I guess as you get older, what's considered like money or like having money to be able to do the shit that's
Hey,
expected, and
Well,
what's
based on this chart, I
no
really think
They
kid,
it's
have
yeah,
about
small
yeah,
no
because I'm
kid
Rolexes.
should
like,
even be thinking about a Rolex right now.
Facts.
well,
I mean,
based
yeah,
on
but
this
even
little
at like
chart, I've only made
30,
it
you
to
saying that
about
30 is at 30 years old, you should be able to obtain a $8,000 watch.
Yeah, that's a grown man. You on grown man time. You go if you want to play in that game. I mean, you gotta.
Hell no.
You just gotta
Man,
look
it's,
at your
it's hard
life.
out here for you niggas. A bitch ain't gotta do shit but bring some pussy.
You
She'll
you
get
gotta
a
do
whole new
some.
life with some pussy. She ain't got $1 to her name, but that pussy good. And you niggas gotta be able to buy $8,000 watch at 30. Oh yeah, times is hard.
Need to?
I mean, yeah, you
Hell
don't
well, I
have
no.
don't
to.
know
It's a choice. I think it's a
why y'all
personal
keep
choice.
going back to the pussy. I don't think it's about the pussy. It's just about like what you value. Like I'm not like on this chart. I'm just barely on like a basic luxury entry luxury level, but I think that's cool. That's still a nice watch to me. I don't think it got to be a race to the top. You know what I mean?
You just gotta look at your life and evaluate your finances. I don't think if you have the money, just because you have the money for a Rolex, don't mean you should spend the money on the Rolex. You know, like invest it in some stocks or some securities or something like that. But there's nothing wrong with not having a watch. It's okay not to have a watch, but if you're going to get a watch, get something that makes a statement, I guess.
What?
We say if you can't afford to buy it twice,
Don't buy it.
don't get it.
True.
And I think sometimes we look at
Shit, I don't need one though.
at least Rolexes in a different light because if God forbid you don't have to, but if you need to resell it, you can. Sometimes you could get your money back. So
Yeah.
it is kind of looked at as an investment piece for some people.
It is a good asset for sure. Like if you spend $40,000 on a Rolex and you fall on some hard times, you might get 39, 38 for it. You might not lose too much, but it is a good investment. It's a good asset if it's factory, of course. But who has that much to disposable income, to spend on a timepiece? The average person
Wait,
doesn't.
if it's factory, is that when Jay said, them ain't Rolex diamonds? What the fuck you done to that?
Exactly. Like
Oh,
we see a
got
lot of
it.
these. For me personally, I think bust downs are tacky unless it came like that, because it's like getting a new car and like getting a Bentley and putting flames on the side. It's custom, at that point. So
Yeah,
you just
and
want
they
it factory as possible.
starting to chop these watches up. Like you'll go buy the dial will be different, the band, or they'll like exchange a link out. So sometimes some of these watches be botched a little bit, and they kind of fix them up.
A botched watch?
Oh yeah,
Oh
they
my God, I
Frankenstein
cannot.
watches for
I'm
sure.
insulting a nigga with that for sure. So what do we have to pay attention to? I noticed you said movement. I heard that before when the fellas get to talking watches, and I don't know what they're talking about. So it's the movement, and what else?
Sometimes you have to, well, not you, but you would have to take it to someone to take out the back so they could see how, if it's automatic or mechanical. Because, like, for instance, if a Rolex, I don't know if you ever noticed, some men have like these spinning things where the watch is constantly spinning. So what happens is if you don't wear your watch, it stops. Like it stops moving completely. But once you put it on your wrist and you move it around, it starts again. So that's like an automatic watch. And those things you get to look out for as well.
All right. I think we covered it. Wear a watch or don't.
We did it. We did it, you guys.
I think
You
it
did
just
it,
makes a
Joe.
statement. If you ladies, if you meet a guy, he's well dressed and he has like a nice watch on his wrist, you're like, I would assume
I feel
you're
like
more
having
impressed.
this nice watch is like
They don't
almost
meet
not
well
even
dressed
like
men,
white
B
privilege. Like I feel
Joe,
like
fuck
having a
off.
very nice watch can also like kind of give you like some white privilege in the right room.
White privilege.
I think
Like having the right
Never,
watch.
the
Uh-huh.
never.
meaning or the weight the watch holds is based off a demographic.
So at the
B
end of
dot, what's
the
the
day,
woman equivalent?
I think Joe said it best when he said like a bag. Like
It's a
I think a
bag.
handbag to me is
Ooh,
like
I
I
kind
gotta
of
get
take
my
that back
bag
now because
game
I feel
up.
like a
I do
watch
not
is
have
like
a
a
lot of
cheat
bags.
code. Y'all have really emphasized for the watch guys how like it affects having different watches in these rooms, and I feel like if you think of what's equivalent to that for women, like a woman's bag doesn't affect kind of like the outcomes in rooms, like how maybe a watch would like.
I work in corporate America. It does. A bag. You come in there with a Chanel bag, a Louis Vuitton bag. It matters.
I work in corporate,
And
but I'm not in the
if you can
office.
keep up,
Damn.
yeah, corporate America, like that's equivalent to class, right? Because these people in corporate America are on a certain level. So if you can keep up with the bags and Chanel bags, and it matters.
because I mean, if I'm on a date with a woman and she's beautiful and she comes into the spot with a dilapidated bag, I'm looking at her crazy.
I don't even know what that word means. I'm not even
Like
gonna
run
cap to you.
down, like an old ass
Okay,
raggedy
Mel.
house. That's interesting. So a nice bag and fake earrings is still high class to you.
Well, women wear
Sometimes they don't even
costume
see the
jewelry,
earring
right?
because her hair is covering that shit. L like we seen that bag before them earrings.
L is not gonna let these
Bitches ain't
earrings
got hair to
go.
cover it.
Like, yo,
Not bitches
if she
bald
got a
head.
Chanel bag, she got hair, nigga, whether it's hers or not.
I
Hey,
don't
nah,
know.
Joe
When I see
funny.
those bags, I kind of assume that most of them are fake.
That's hate.
And maybe
If
it
Damn,
you're
is
in a
bitches can't
hating.
room
have
full of
Chanel
those
bags.
That's
girls,
hate.
Maybe it is
if
hating.
you're in a room full of those girls who really keep them, you'll know. It's going to stick out.
Do you think that's part of like American culture? Because I know in Korea they be having them fake ass bags and they be having money. I'm not even gonna cap.
Right.
Because they got the Chad mentality. Why would I buy the real shit when I could? And nobody gonna think what I'm wearing is fake.
I
So
give you
I'm
that.
gonna
That's a
buy the
fact.
fake shit, keep my bread, and let's go.
Nah, Asian
Yo, could I
people.
ask y'all something? Yo, do men eat cherries?
Wow.
What?
Wait,
What?
what?
Yo.
I'm asking y'all a
Joe.
question. Seriously,
Is
answer
that
me.
what you been sitting over there
Who's eating
doing?
cherries,
No,
You
this
Joe?
I
fucking
fucking
ain't
the
girl
cherries
talking
up.
about, do you like cherries? No, nigga, I am a man.
What?
on
Oh
God.
my
I
God.
ain't just gonna be sitting nowhere just
Wait,
eating
y'all
no
don't
So
eat
cherries.
God
fuck
cherries
you think
damn.
and
you
men
talking
can't
to?
I'm gonna say no
eat
because
it.
people always play with like the cherry
stem after, so I'm gonna just say that's something that niggas maybe just don't participate in.
You don't have to
Yeah,
get
she almost got hurt up in here.
That is
Don't
so
ask me.
sad. It's cherry
Don't
season,
ask
and the
me about no
cherries are
cherries, girl.
delicious right now. Go give me some cherries.
Y'all wildin'.
Y'all fucking watchless men that eat cherries.
Yeah, you got to pick a struggle for sure.
You gotta pick a struggle. They don't want to pick a struggle.
It's too many rules to
They
being a
don't give a
nigga.
fuck. All right, I think I got to the bottom of this. Y'all don't give a fuck about watches. Y'all don't give a fuck about cherries. Y'all don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Apple Watch for everything.
And that's on me.
Nay.
I feel
Well,
like
this
you
was
gotta
a
have the
nice.
band swapped on your Apple Watch. Like at this point,
Elle said that means
No,
you invested.
I don't like switching my bands.
She said that
it
means
depends
that's
on where
you
you
invested.
going. Like I don't like that regular shit. That's why people be saying that shit look like a Spy Kid watch when you be trying to look decent with that shit on. You gotta change the bands to like the
I
links
agree.
or some shit so it could look more like a little bit more classy.
I don't wear it out. Like if I'm going out, I don't wear my watch.
But
And that
it's
shit do
still
be giving
fake
Spy
though.
Kid.
Like my Apple Watch has a gold band. It's not real gold. Like that shit was $100.
But it be in the car. It don't be too far away.
And so I can switch this real quick.
I don't know.
Well, this was a nice, non-problematic morning Sunday room or Sunday afternoon room, whatever it was. I wish all of you well. We didn't get any answers. We didn't get not near answer for the fucking question.
We got hella answers.
I think we said they should wear it, but it's not a requirement.
Y'all did a lot
I
of
think
tap
you
dancing on this topic. Y'all did.
Oh fuck you! You wasn't even listening half the time.
I was here the entire time.
Nigga
Thank
was
you.
arguing about cherries.
I couldn't believe that somebody asked me about a cherry. And look at these stems on this cherry.
Okay, well, what fruit do you eat then? Shit.
Well, I ain't gonna say my
Pause.
girl, because my girl should know that I don't eat cherries. You ain't never seen me eat a cherry.
But they taste good.
I don't give a fuck how it tastes. You ain't never seen me eat a cherry, and don't ask me about it. Tune into the JBTV After Hours Spaces. I think it's at 4:00 today. Peace, love, health, wealth, and prosperity out there.